Paiutes had them cornered in a cave in Nevada. Inside, trying to hide, were the last of a race of giants known to the Paiute tribe as the Si-Te-Cah. They were vicious, red-headed, Caucasian, 10-foot-tall cannibals. They preyed on the Native American tribes, killing and consuming their flesh. But now their reign of terror was about to end. The Paiute set fire to the cave entrance and watched as the lives of the last of the Si-Te-Cah giants were extinguished forever. Clearly, this is only myth, product of oral tradition, folklore, legend, not fact but fiction, right? In 1911, the remains of two 10-foot-tall skeletons were discovered in a cave in Lovelock, Nevada. I'm John Genoa. In today's episode of America's Strangest History, we're looking at the story of the Lovelock Cave giants. Did a long-forgotten race of cannibalistic giant humans once dominate the American Southwest? Let's find out. In 1882, Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins, daughter of a Paiute chief, wrote a book called Life Among the Paiutes, Their Wrongs and Claims. In it, she mentioned legends of a barbarian tribe called the Si-Te-Cah, legends taken from long-standing oral tradition going back centuries. The Si-Te-Cah were said to have crossed the ocean on rafts made of reeds. They soon made a name for themselves as being much taller, stronger, and crueler than ordinary men. The Paiutes described them as an ill-tempered tribe of giant cannibals, red-headed giants who hunted with spears and dressed in robes made from the skins of mud hens. Si-Te-Cah, by the way, means tool eaters in native Pyute, and tools are fibrous water plants native to the freshwater marshes of North America. According to Paiute mythology, the Si-Te-Cah waged war on them and other neighboring tribes. The giants brought death and destruction for decades, if not centuries. After years of fighting and losing, the tribes united against their common enemy, towering monsters who viewed them as easy prey. Eventually, the last few remaining giants were chased into a 150-foot by 35-foot cave. This presented an invaluable opportunity, a chance to extinguish a race of barbarian predators in one swift move. The tribes started a fire at the mouth of the cave and watched as the last of the Si-Te-Cah giants died from smoke inhalation and were burned alive. Now, the burning question: where's the proof? In 1911, two miners, James Hart and David Pugh, were searching caves in Nevada for bat guano to sell as fertilizer. They found the guano and also some mummified remains. The mouth of the cave also showed evidence of extreme burning. All fascinating finds to you and me, but these guys were there for bat crap. This wasn't an archaeological expedition to uncover an extinct race of red-haired Caucasian giant humans. They wanted crap, and they wound up doing more damage than anything else. The first proper archaeological excavation of the cave didn't occur until a year later in 1912. L.L. Loud from the Museum of Anthropology at the University of California spent 5 months excavating the cave, then he even revisited it again in 1924. Ultimately, he and his team successfully recovered more than 10,000 artifacts. These artifacts included a cache of ancient duck decoys, both painted and feathered. They were made from woven strands of tulle. They also found a total of 8 mummified remains dating from between 2580 BC and 1100 AD. They were mummified eerily similar to the ancient Egyptians. Archaeologists also found 15-inch long sandals with signs of wear and tear. They even found a boulder etched with what appeared to be a giant handprint. Archaeological evidence suggests Lovelock Cave was occupied as early as 2580 BC, so basically over 4,500 years. Tragically, many of the human remains were destroyed by both the two bat guano miners and poorly executed excavations. A few years later, in 1931, an article published in the Nevada Review Minor claimed 2 additional giant skeletons were discovered in a dry lake bed close to Lovelock. 2 people, one 8-foot tall and the other 10-foot tall. Notably, the mummification process was quite similar to that of the ancient Egyptians. Archaeological findings, news articles, bat crap miners, not enough. I want proof. Surely other people would have seen the giants too, right? Turns out they did, and not just the Native Americans. In the 16th century, a Spanish conquistador called Pedro de Leon learned of an ancient Peruvian tale about these giants and their origins. In his written account, de Leon revealed that the towering figures came by sea in rafts of reeds, and that some of the men were so tall that from the knee down they were as big as the length of an ordinary fair-sized man. Oddly enough, recent excavations in the Andes between Peru and Bolivia uncovered numerous skeletons with elongated skulls. The remains are said to be around 3,000 years old. Notably, they were much larger than ordinary humans, some of which were also found to have red hair. Some critics speculate the mummies were the product of hoaxers looking to turn a quick profit, nothing more than a collection of mammoth and cave bear fossils reassembled with human remains. They also suggest the distinctive red hair was the result of a confluence of various environmental factors, including temperature and soil composition in the cave. Legends of an ancient race of giants are common among Native American tribes. These stories even appear in the Christian Bible. Scientifically speaking, we now know that there are offshoots of humans along the way, like Homo florensis, an extinct species of small 3.5-foot tall humans. They flourished in Indonesia until about 50,000 years ago. This kind of begs the question, if we now have irrefutable evidence of an ancient race of tiny humans, is it so far-fetched to consider the possibility that there was once a race of giants living in ancient America? Leave your thoughts below, and if you like the show, please like and subscribe. Till next time, I'm John Genoa, and this is America's Strangest History.